I'll be shouting today.
Hello, shouting today.
So welcome to We Have Kaijus for You. We have a selection of little improv sketches followed by a full-blown movie.
Yes, we're alive.
That is not the name of the movie, by the way.
But you're going to help.
Indeed. Right.
Are you working now?
I'm working now. I have a working microphone with a switch that doesn't do strange, waggly things. Okay, so you've explained what we're doing?
Not really.
I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest.
Is anyone paying attention?
One.
Wow, one person.
Excellent.
I
like you.
One is good.
One's
One is
good.
good.
Good start.
That's good start. Good start.
So we're going to start off with monster speed dating. So for this, we need a few monster suggestions from you people in the audience.
So everyone needs somebody to love, and the same goes for kaijus.
Yes. Well, not just kaijus, but everything.
Any creature, really. So,
Skeletons, Draculas.
Bog monsters.
Yes.
So, can we have some shouted suggestions for classical movie monster tropes? Mothman. Nice one. Bigfoot. Nice. Two.
Cthulhu.
Oh, I love a bit of Cthulhu.
Love a bit of Cthulhu. It's the tentacles, isn't it? Okay, we've got Mothman, Bigfoot, Cthulhu.
Werewolf.
A werewolf. There we go.
Oh,
that
werewolf
was bound to
boyfriend.
happen.
The abstract and slightly subliminal monster in the haunting.
The abstract and slightly subliminal monster from The Haunting.
So
Is
that's
that like the Babadook?
Is that a Babadook? Is that like some sort of
I've not
ethereal
seen The
presence?
Haunting. Which
It's
one?
ambiguous.
An ambiguous monster.
It's
To be an
kind of
ambiguous monster.
kind of difficult to do an ambiguous thing.
We can do this, come on.
We can do this. Okay, so we have then
One more. We need one more.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
And Skeletals.
You never see them in the same room, do you, Boris Johnson and Skeletor?
No, well, not often.
Not.
Okay,
I don't want Boris Johnson. No.
we don't want Boris Johnson. One more then.
We haven't laughed at him.
Theresa May.
No, we've got Skeletal now.
Skeletor? Skeletor. Okay, we'll go with the skeleton then. Okay, so should we start with... How are we going to do this? Do the Lonely Hearts bit first?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so what was the first one? I can't remember what the first one was. What was the first one?
Mothra.
Mothman. Okay. Do you want to lead us off? Because you're good with moths. I
I'm
understand.
not good with moths.
Okay, so...
Here we are tonight, a lovely Saturday night, for the single lonely kaiju hearts. And so now we have the first of the many speed dates, and we hope you find your one and true only to help crush or level a city with your better half. And so Mothra, why the singles night tonight?
Well, actually, I'm Mothman.
Oh, you're
Not
Mothman.
Mothra. I mean, I'd like to be Mothra. I mean, Mothra gets all the girls and gets Cthulhu and that, but I just get, nothing.
You get nothing.
Is he
You
here
must have
tonight?
something. Is Mothra in tonight?
No, Cthulhu.
Oh, Cthulhu. Is he over there?
Hi.
Hello, Cthulhu.
Hi.
I think you're really great because you're in all the books and that.
Thanks. I'm quite famous. Hi everyone, I'm Cthulhu. I
didn't think you'd be that shy.
Me, I am quite shy. I mean, I've been buried for eons in the great city of Rillier, and it's kind of a bit slimy. It's quite dank, and I do get terribly lonely
Cthulhu, why don't you come out for the singles night tonight?
because I've been tormenting the dreams of mortals for centuries, and I just want someone to hold.
Oh.
No. I think
My
he's
big
just a stoner.
tentacle embrace.
Mothra, it's your chance.
I'm not
Someone
so
to
sure
embrace.
anymore. I thought he was really beefy. Wow. I thought he was hench, and look, he's just a stoner that is in a dank island all night and sleeps all the time. I don't think he's
I'm a
my
bit of a
type.
corporeal form, I admit. Someone rammed a boat into me once.
Just stop smoking that South Sea stuff.
Bloody Norwegian sailors leaving diaries all over the place.
Well, they love you. They write about
They
you.
don't. It drove them all mad.
I'm not having that. No. I can do better.
Okay. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yes.
So, werewolf.
You make a good werewolf.
Werewolf, go.
Hi, as you can probably tell, I'm sort of midway through the month. It's a little bit annoying, but you know, and all that.
I understand you ate the neighbour's cat.
A little bit. They're so tasty. Oh, they're so tasty.
How much did you eat?
How much did I eat? How much did I eat? I ate Far too many for my own good. In fact, the neighbour's getting very suspicious because it's very hard to keep a straight face when you're picking fluff out of your fur, so it's not good. But I've come out here because I really want to find someone to share my full mood. Who will be there with me? Anyone?
Him.
I've forgotten them, oh my god.
Skeletor? Bigfoot. Bigfoot. We'll go with Bigfoot, okay. On Bigfoot, I also hang around in the woods quite a lot. I do get a bit hairy.
Do you look? We're the same.
In many
Except
ways.
I've got smaller hoof size, but I'm sure you look fine.
Thanks. I get chased by hunters quite a lot.
Me too. We've got a lot in common.
We should get together in a den and torment the locals.
That's erotic. Can we throw in a bit of the cat? I do like a cat.
I do like a cat.
Ooh.
Match made in heaven.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh.
Who's left? It's Mothman and Skeletor, yeah?
No, there's another one.
No?
Who's the other one?
Who's the other one?
We run out.
We run out? No.
Mothman and Skeletor,
Mothman,
sadly.
Yes.
Yes.
Sadly.
Who's the other one? That's crap. Okay, should we crack on with the next one?
Let's do something else.
Okay, let's do something else. Okay, so the next game was... a lecture about monsters.
Who knows monsters?
Who knows monsters?
Well,
Does
that's
anybody remember the Really Wild show?
That's the correct answer. You're all here to learn more about monsters. So well done, you. Big round of applause.
So shall we bring our specimen on? Let's bring the specimen on. I'll be the presenter?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, boys and girls, we've got something very, very exciting for you. We have captured a huge sea beast, and here, Zuki, you brought it in. Tell us more about how it is you captured this incredible specimen.
Well, I was having a slash down by the riverbank, and well, you know, when you get caught short now and again, you have a problem, and well, my manly musk must have attracted this beast. As it reared up on me, I was wrestling with it, grabbing it, threw it down onto the floor, and here it is. Look, it's my best
It's
friend.
still alive.
Of course, it's alive. I mean,
So tell me, I understand you're an
thing.
expert on these creatures. What can you tell us about this fine specimen of a beastie which Zuki here has found?
It's a mother. You have brought mother and child.
Well, yeah,
You've
yeah. I was
given me the
hoping-
greatest gift.
I was hoping to sell them to the circus. You know, I mean, that's the kind of man.
The
I am.
circus? What would they do with this lovely specimens?
Well, you know, put it in a cage, torment it till it runs out and murders everyone. You know, typical King Kong stuff.
Ah, classic.
That's what everyone wants, isn't it? I mean,
No, for science, we must study it. And the
no, that's
baby.
it.
And the baby.
Keep it alive. So what else can you tell us about, you're the expert, what can you tell about the breeding habits of these creatures? How do they attract mates? Because
What are
you
these
never
lumpy
see these
bits
in the
for?
wild.
Well, these are all excellent questions, which, they're very good.
Maybe you can tell us about them.
Mainly,
Yeah, you're an expert, right?
mainly the spikes are there to attract others. By touching them, it deeply arouses the sea creature.
I wonder
And
what that secretion was.
the secretion means it's trying to bond with you. Soon, your minds might begin to merge. It's one of the small
Stay
things.
there.
Isn't that right? Yes, they can talk. I can hear them.
Oh, so
So
you're a
you're a
sea
nutcase
creature
or what?
whisperer.
As it were, but they're a bit shy. They need a bit of help from the audience.
Has anyone around experience with dragons?
Anyone experienced with dragons?
Bad dragons, good dragons, whatever kind of dragon.
Mediocre dragons?
No one. Oh.
Hi, do you have experience with dragons? Excellent, what can you tell us about their habits?
The lazy,
Filthy.
This one is definitely lazy, filthy.
the
Yeah.
dirty,
Dirty, lazy, filthy, well, okay.
That's an insult to you and your child, that is.
Oh.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. She knows nothing. She knows nothing. But actually, it's true, they are dirty, thanks to all of us. We've been polluting their source of river for years, and now...
Well, I just need a slash mate. I was caught short.
Caught short, and the most dedicated creature? No,
How
sir.
much you want for it? I mean, give us 100 quid. Oh, you can have it.
£100 for that.
You go for a bit more.
To the zoo? What are you going to do with
What
it?
about you, Nutkins?
Will it bite any more of my fingers off?
Come and have a go. Go on. Look at them teeth.
Is it friendly?
It's very... No.
It's
no.
an incredible creature. I'm going to resist the urge to make Steve Owen.
It's secreting on me as we speak. This leg is soaked.
You want to watch?
I would stand back. The more it secretes, the more ready it is to mate. And the females are never gentle.
Well,
Hashtag
yeah, I think I've seen some artwork about
reclining. The cloaca exposed, just waiting for
that. Oh
it.
God, you didn't have to go there, did you?
Oh yeah.
You're disgusting, you TV presenters.
I know, but I've got viewer numbers to consider. And
You'll never become Attenborough like this.
Well, no, I've never had his mannerisms and patience. Measured voice. Pregnant pauses.
He never says cloaca either, you know.
Cloaca.
Oh!
And certainly not to the Queen.
Because she's got one.
I feel slightly ill thinking about that.
Who's the father to the child?
Who's the father? That's a very good question. So when exactly were you urinating on her? Because the gestation period is incredibly short.
Well, that is a slanderous accusation.
Oh, slanderous
I
accusation.
assure you it was nothing of that sort. Sorry, baby.
You have been intimate with this, I see.
I'm going to go. That's it. That's enough.
Okay.
I think we're going to go.
None of this.
Should we move on? Okay. Okay, we've got one more little wonky game which we're going to play, which is... Oh, this one. Right, we're going to need some more audience input for this chap. Okay, we're going to do a classic scene, a monster scene, a movie scene, and what we need is... What we need...
Big
Just a
horror.
location. Or a
Think
classic
B movie.
B-movie.
B-movie location, from the audience anywhere. If we've got like an alien in a corridor, or we've got a werewolf in the forest, what do we got?
Hawthorne Common. Sweden. Hawthorne Common from War of the World.
Hawthorne Common from War of the Worlds.
What happened there?
Anything else? Any other location?
Alien invasion.
Alien invasion. That's a location. It's just I remember it. It's just off the M5. It's past Junction 7.
What happened at Hawthorne Common?
Oh.
Alien invasion.
It's the alien invasion at Hawthorne Common, naturally.
So, we need so who's going to be acting in this? You two?
Yeah, we'll acting this one.
We'll act.
Okay. So we need two characters from you guys.
Okay, so alien invasion. I will be the...
No, you can...
No, we can riff this.
Somebody's got to be the enormous animatronic.
Yeah, do you want to be a tripod?
I don't know what you're implying.
Often been implied,
How
yes.
big is he?
I could be
Just
the
under 6
tripod.
foot? You be
Yeah,
the
they-
tripod,
they are-
I'll be a screaming heroine, how about that?
Okay.
Great, okay, so,
So
alien
what?
invasion.
So what? Should we? The premise of the scene. What will be?
You're an alien, you're invading, I'm screaming in terror. That's the premise.
It's very easy, really. You don't need to ask for your motivation. He wants
What's
to.
motivation?
You've got a big tentacle. You want it. You know. You want to do stuff.
And I want
with
to
it.
do stuff with my big tentacle.
That's it. It's easy.
Right,
It's
okay.
easy stuff, mate.
Right.
Hashtag fur affinity, thank you. So just think of all that Japanese porn you've got on your hard
Roll
drive.
back 4.
Now I'm going to put my microphone down because I'm going to be screaming and a little clip.
That's for later tonight.
Oh.
Broken your mic. Terrible
Darling.
person.
Rolled off.
No, dear. You're not going to make some people at the very back of the room very happy. They're not going to be very happy with you. Gibbet.
Whoops. I think this came out. Wasn't deliberate, I'm sorry.
You've got another sticky mic now.
Was it one of the all black mics or the one with the silver on the top?
All black.
The sticky mic.
You gave me a shy one. Thanks, great. Okay, well, anyway,
Good ones. That's why you got a shite one with a leg.
I love you too.
You're most welcome.
All right, we're back to tripodness.
Right, back to the tripods. Okay, so I'm going to have to project like the actor I'm not. Okay, so you have an alien. Ah! An alien! Whatever shall I do?
Come on, you can do better than that.
I have no motivation in this world.
I am a prime man.
Not the probing.
We're just good here. So, I am Harcourt Farquhar, the director of this movie. This is the point where we found that the alien had very little motivation. He was trying his best. The problematic part was that we had built the entire alien tripod costume out of manure, which was now beginning to melt around him. The stench was incredible, but they both carried on somehow, despite the retching. Just watch this. Amazing.
No, not the probing. Get away from me.
It's all right, darling. Just keep going.
No.
Let it touch you. Let it touch you. Quickly before it disintegrates.
No.
And cut. Remember the scene? I'll just write this one. Who wants to be the director?
I'll direct this one. Okay.
Okay, so we need another classic sort of movie trope scene. What do we got?
Better have better
And the Howard.
Sorry?
Hannibal Lecter on the British ship roller skates.
Hannibal Lecter? Can we do the Hannibal Lecter Jodie Foster exchange?
On roller skates.
On British ship.
It's funny, we were talking about that earlier.
Where's the other mic?
Oh, thank you, Pockets.
So do you want to do the Hannibal Lecter scene?
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter Jodie Foster? It's not really a monster film, but we'll roll with that.
We can roll with that.
Hannibal Lecter and Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Jodie.
Hello. I know we're both. You're on roller skates. Stay back. No, you're not. Look, I have to ask you some questions.
What? Clarice, as you could see, I don't know why they put
I'm
roller
really
skates on.
scared of you because you can't get to me.
I can get to you. Oh, there's a wall. Why is there a wall in the prison?
Because you're in
of course.
prison, you fucking idiot.
Why have you come for me, Clarice?
I can take those roller skates off you. I'll talk to the warden, and you'll no longer have to roll around like an idiot.
That would be marvelous, Clarice. But tell me, do the discos scream for you? Do they scream the hits like they used to?
You need to stop living in the 70s.
Never,
No.
never, Clarice. I'm going to go out. And when I do, it will be...
1 second, everyone.
Disco!
This is the point that we discovered that in the directing of this film, that he was really in character and had taken so many mushrooms he couldn't actually see. He thought he was acting to Clarice, but as far as he was concerned, it could have been a lamppost. But to be honest, such a good actor, you could never see it.
He almost sounds like the Terminator.
Clarice, where have you come from now? I cannot see you anymore.
Hang on,
The
that was...
movie's over, look, we should just go home.
Well, Clarice, why are you in the bed with me?
Mushrooms, all right?
You shouldn't be here. I might have to eat you.
God. Tony, get this guy sorted out.
Oh, Tony, there's no Tony. There's only...
And the other thing to consider here, as well as all the mushrooms and the roller skates and the Terminator delusions, he was incontinent because of all the drugs. But again, the wet patches, you'd never see them. I mean, he, again, covered it well. General staggering, just because of the wet legs. But
Clarice.
I didn't have an Oscar for this.
you'll get one.
I need help, Clarice.
You gotta pull yourself together. Oh, jeez.
And I think we can say C.
We'll stop that there, shall we? enough incontinence for one day.
So we'll go for another round.
Shall we
Movies.
start on the main event? 5 o'clock. We've got half an hour before they get aggressive and throw us out. What do you want? Another round of that, or do you want us to get started on the big thing?
Another round.
Another round.
Another round.
Another round.
So we now need another type of movie trope. So this could be film noir. This could be
A scene from a horror movie.
a scene from a horror movie.
Human Centipede. No, we've already had incontinence once, twice.
3 times a lady.
No,
The Room.
The Room is not a horror movie, despite how bad it is.
It's horror in its own way. Thor!
King Kong and Saw. Saw could work. Saw, okay.
Okay, I can do Saw.
Well, you're directing it.
You're directing, my friend. You're a genius, but you really overplayed it. Too many sequels, mate.
So I wanted to come to the last...
Eli Roth is not German.
In my head he is,
now.
and so he is now. So in this final movie, I decided to go a different direction with the Saw. But I was going to let them, first of all, set the mood as typical, because they're trapped in the basement, and there's an impossible puzzle,
Change to a thing.
and they must escape in a very painful manner, which is climbing over barbed wire with salt.
I'm stuck in a Bruce Forsyth pose.
Been chained to the stage.
I think there's a spike going into my brain. Every time I say something, Brucey would say, to seem nice!
Stay with me, brother.
And yes,
Didn't you do well? No!
I was a very big fan of Sir Bruce Forsyth, and so this is why the inspiration came. But then I thought, why not also put in some real saws? And, you know, started to have bits of them cut off, and there'd be less and less of them until there was nothing left of my movies or my dignity.
I can feel a thing on my left ankle. What's
What?
that? Get it closer.
I think it's the head grip with a saw. Oh, God!
Ah,
This is all too real.
it's Tommy Walsh from Time Team. What? No. Andy.
Oh, God.
We'll call C.
Got that reference.
We'll call C.
I didn't get that reference. Well, that's enough Brucey for one day.
Do I stand up now? Am I not being sorted?
No, you got to stay there forever.
Just leave him there. Just talk about the-
Now we'll have a short intermission.
Right. Shall we, do the thing then?
That was a very short intermission, I like it.
Do not do it again. You have been told.
Thank you very much.
One of the two craft lights, and I only have one more, and that's all it.
I apologise profusely for breaking your crap mic.
Don't throw it around anymore.
That's why we were using the karaoke last night. They have a very short life expectancy.
Again, I apologise for breaking your crap mic. Okay, so should we do the thing?
Yes, let's do
Let's
the
do the thing.
feature
Okay.
presentation.
Now for our feature presentation. We turn the page over. Okay. We are now going to attempt to improvise a monster movie in half an hour from scratch, playing a series of games with lots of input from you. Yes. This is either going to go brilliantly or terribly.
Or terribly brilliant. Or brilliantly terrible. But either way, one of the two.
Or just
both.
shit. But we're going to... so much of this depends on the answers we get from you. As a dear friend of mine once said, shit in, shit out. So, we need three characters to start with, don't we?
Indeed, yes, we have the hero, the romantic interest, and other psychic,
So we're
mad
talking...
scientist,
We're talking...
Scream Man.
So we're talking monster movies. Heroes. What does our hero do? Tell me about our hero.
He's a Christopher Walken impersonator, but he's addicted to helium.
Sir Christopher Walken impersonator.
We
so
got the
picked it
first
as
one.
helium.
Christopher Walken impersonator. Can we roll with that?
I can't do
It's
Christopher
a furry
Walken.
as well.
Lucky
And I can't review.
A plucky reporter. That I like. We can work with that. That's a trope.
What have you got?
His weakness is a very heavy Yorkie accent.
Oh, we're going to do the character
We're
traits
doing that in a
soon.
minute. We just need who they are. So plucky reporters we like.
Lucky reporter with great personality disorder where he likes...
Oh no, traits come in, and we've got another way to generate traits.
Broderick von Frankenstein.
Bogen von Frankenstein.
Broderick.
What is he? Is he a scientist or just an ice cream man?
A scientist pretending to be an
A
ice cream
scientist.
So we have-
a
so we-
plucky reporter.
Lucky reporter, the romantic interest is a scientist pretending to be an ice cream man.
Scientist, but his science is ice cream science.
Ice cream.
Yes.
Okay, right. So yeah, those are two good
And now
ones.
we need a third character who's just a career or profession.
A career
Lawyer.
or profession.
A
We
lawyer.
have lawyer, we have ice cream inspector,
Chief inspector. I like that.
Insurance man.
Public health.
insurance man,
The role you were born to play, my dear.
door-to-door salesman,
Actor.
debt collector.
Insurance. Basically the first guy to get killed.
Alright, so you want to be the insurance man. Paul want to be one.
You're born to
Insurance
be an
man.
insurance man.
You sure look lucky.
I'll be the plucky reporter.
So now we are going to generate their character traits, so if we can bring up, not the monster weakness, we can bring up the character traits board.
It's the spinny wheel of
Spin the wheel.
spinny wheel.
So we'll start
No,
with...
that's the wrong one.
Click to spin.
No, that's the wrong one. The other one.
Technology.
Dave,
It's
broken
hilarious.
it.
Seamless.
There's only one. I am. There's only one window open.
Control tab.
We need
Escape.
We need some technical help at the back. Yay! Oh, there we go.
There we go, okay.
Okay, so we have our 3 plucky characters.
No, only one's plucky. I refuse to be plucky on stage.
Sorry.
Plucky is far too interesting for Insurance Man.
Alright, so Cook, the plucky reporter, let's spin the wheel.
For Plucky Reporter.
He's a conspiracy theorist.
Conspiracy theorist.
Yes.
Nice, okay?
For the scientist stroke ice cream vendor. It was already weird enough. Let's go. Oh, he's a furry. This is a very complex character, I can see.
And finally, Insurance Man.
Exciting insurance man. What can he? He's a pathological
A pathological liar.
It was like this when I found it. This carpet's stained by the dog. Honest, it wasn't me.
Yes and no.
What dog?
So let's do the first introductory scene with our beautiful people together.
Oh, hang on, we got overblown narrator to begin with.
Oh yes.
Would you like to be the overblown narrator? Or shall I do that bit?
Go on, you do it.
Okay. As you can see, we planned this a bit. Our story begins when our 3 characters meet. And things begin to turn a little strange as time goes on. We begin now. I am a plucky reporter, and I believe the moon landings were faked. And I have proof of all of this. And I am going to prove this with the help of my friend, the ice cream salesman stroke alchemist. Tell me, Mr. Gray.
Yes, Roger. It's nice to see you here. I have prepared for you this rocky road. Would you like to taste it?
Indeed I would. What is in this rocky road? Does this contain...
Stop! I am Insurance Man. Have you really seen whether or not he has the proper certificates to sell that ice cream to you? And what happens if he kills you with it?
Mr.
Have you got
Black.
insurance? Have you got life insurance? Maybe you need to have life insurance.
Does this rocky road contain rocks?
It contains my own special formula, Mr. Roger. You will find it very delicious.
Very well. I shall taste it.
This scene is far too sinister. But why? How do you feel now, Roger?
Delirious. The rocks we put in this rocky road are rocky indeed. And now I feel I can see around the corners.
What an unlikely bunch of friends we are.
We met on the internet.
I call it Fox Surprise.
What else is in Fox Surprise with rocky roads, the rocks, and things that allow you to see around corners?
Can you see
Certainly.
yourself growing a tail?
No. Yes. Oh my God!
Is that a bulge I see?
Oh
Meanwhile, across town,
no! Meanwhile, across town, indeed, we take to another scene, which is...
we need the location spinner to find where our 2 lovers. Where would you canoodle in this town? Let's
Where
find
would you
out.
go to canoodle?
Yes, it's that one.
Is it? Yes, it is. Character personality. It's confusing. Okay, so we begin. We're going to need some chairs because we're going to be getting together to canoodle. I think we need to sit. Do you know?
Ladies Mild Dogging Emporium.
Any locals in? No? Okay, no one knows where that is. Bye. It's real. Down the road from our flat.
that?
Wasn't it lovely?
Oh, so lovely.
Something lovely about the bushes.
How they rustle.
How they rustle.
My friends, we have forgotten something.
Have we?
We have no monster.
Oh, hell. Whoops. What's happened here? How's
It
this
turns out we were the monsters all along.
We missed a bit.
We will come back to our livers in a moment when we have found something to murder them brutally.
Oh, yeah, we
That's
missed a
more
bit.
interesting.
Planning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, here we go.
So we have a selection of kaiju for you to select from. So we're going to ask the audience which of these kaiju
Yes.
you would like to see in our movie. We have the giant rat.
It's not a quiz show.
The fat guy.
The fat guy.
The fat guy.
The killer pigeon. And a mysterious snake.
So, this voting system works on a single transferable cheering vote. So, can we get a cheer for Snorlax? Right? Okay. Can we get a cheer for the giant rat? Maybe. Cheer for the pigeon.
Oh!
And cheer for the snake? Pigeon. It's the pigeon. Our movie is now called Attack of the Killer Pigeon. So, right, should we get back to our canoodling on the ladies' mile dogging area?
Oh, well, I think we should.
I think we should.
You won't give him your quiz now.
It's just
It's not birdemic yet.
It's so close, though.
No,
Those were only tiny
How did they
birds.
generate it?
Biodemic to electric.
Camera close up.
The bushes are so lovely this evening.
How they rustle.
And that's Russell as well, isn't it? I can recognise
Russell, his eyes glinting in the moonlight.
It's so beautiful. I'm glad you took me down here tonight. It's such a nice break from Jeopardy. Oh, the passion kissing.
Did you hear something?
Did you hear something?
Did you hear that?
I don't know. Where's the water?
What's that in the windscreen?
No! Quick, drive! No, you're in the driving seat. Go! Run, go. Run! Snail, ladies and gentlemen. No! Oh, where are you going? Left or right? Go. No! Behind us! No, help!
Friends, death comes in many guises. The giant pigeon has taken you. This is the end. Pretty good. Cut two.
Cut two. The monster attacks. Act 1, Scene 2. Our heroes discover the vileness.
The
We've
ice cream, Miss Professor Grey, who's also a secret furry, the plucky reporter who believes in conspiracy theory and also is now a fox, an insurance man.
Who is a pathological liar.
Yes.
That's untrue.
So, what we're going to do here is we're going to add a little game element to this, in that we're going to say 26 sentences and every single one has to begin with the subsequent letter of the alphabet. Because why not?
We want to punish ourselves.
Because it'll be more fun that way. Okay, so let's begin.
Aha, we've been assembled here for some reason. I think it's to buy insurance. Come me.
But why? Why do we need insurance? It's not like there's any monsters running around which could be eating us or destroying our vehicles.
Could there be?
Oh. Definitely. Have you not seen the news? The great bird which is attacking all the docking sites around the city.
Fucking hell no! Tell me more!
goodness, that's swearing. That's clearly not what reporters do these days at all in their columns. In fact, why didn't you know? You're a reporter.
How could I know? It's only just happened.
I don't think you're taking this seriously enough.
F.
I don't think you're taking this seriously enough. Don't you know there's a pigeon eating people as we speak downtown? It's a J, come on.
Jesus Christ!
Come!
Killing the pigeon must be our top priority now, because then our premiums will go down for insurance.
Lawyers, you all think the same way. Honestly,
Thank
it's
goodness
just money.
I'm not a lawyer, although that doesn't come after J or H.
It's L.
I said lawyers.
You tell good truths.
Masterful, but surely the pigeon should be our first priority, not insurance. This thing is laying waste to the countryside as we speak.
Now, either narrator will step in and tell us that our plucky heroes will go to the site of the vileness to investigate. Quick, the site of the vileness.
Yes, we need to be... Where is the pigeon?
Where's the pigeon?
As we look down, oh, the humanity! Look what this thing has done, tearing apart buildings, destroying everything that we hold dear.
Perhaps we should find a way to stop it.
Sponsored by Poundland.
Poundland? I heard that they're an extremely valuable company, which is quite cheap.
Indeed, the bargains, just bargains at Poundland.
Oh, the humanity as it's attacking top price quality goods.
Q, are we all just giving up on Q?
Q.
Quickly,
Yes.
we must get down there, deploy the army, and I will track the beast with my enjoyable musk.
Right. You have an army and enjoyable musk.
Well, somebody has an army, and I definitely have enjoyable musk.
So, how is it, Mr. Ice Cream Man, that you came to have this army? Stroke scientist.
I've totally lost track where we are. To be sure, we will call the army in, they will defeat the beast, and we can save Poundland forever.
Unfortunately for us, the reporter must know someone in the military. You must get people to give you tips from now and then.
Verily, indeed, I know that the army has a top-secret giant robot which they can use to defeat this vast pigeon menace.
Wow.
W.
Wow!
Whoa, that can't be true. A robot, you say?
X.
Xylophones. Yes, that's the key.
The X700, you mean?
The X700 RoboSnap 5050. Indeed, it must be mobilized.
The snap.
Indeed.
Boy.
Why?
The
Zoinks!
consequences are terrible.
Are you taking the piss out of my accent? I've lost it.
No.
Right, okay, that'll do. That kind of works. Okay, so where do we get to?
We now cut across town to the lab of the X.
The X700 RoboSnap 5050. Who's the pigeon? Are you going to be the pigeon?
I'm going to be a pigeon.
Okay, excellent. Become the pigeon.
Where's
Okay.
the duct tape?
Do we have tape? Can we get some tape?
No, that's gone. Oh, okay. We'll be fine.
We'll improvise. That's what we do. Okay, so because it's a huge robot, it must be piloted by a child because that's the rules.
Those are the rules.
And I need some sunglasses if I'm going to tell you to get in the fucking robot, Shinji. Hold this.
don't want to go in the robot. I don't want to hold two mics. The responsibility is killing me. I do.
I need a second microphone. Get in the robot.
I don't want to get in the robot.
Get in the robot.
I don't want to get in the robot.
Think of what your mother would say.
Oh.
Power on.
Power on.
Yes, excellent. Power on. Take up the claw, Shinji.
I don't want to take the claw.
You must fight the pigeon. You must save the city from the vast pigeon.
Deploying plastic gun. You don't need to say that.
Put the microphone down, Shinji. But on a surface where it can't fall any further. Carl will murder us otherwise. In the pocket. Excellent. Shinji, fight the robot. No, don't pilot the robot. Fight the pigeon. Excellent.
Duct tape to my face. It's the much
Oh, hang on. We need some volunteers to do this bit, don't we?
Yes, we do.
4 volunteers up.
To help pilot the robot.
So we need 4.
4.
How many you want? 2? 2's fine.
2 is fine.
3.
Okay.
One more then. One more. Great, okay.
Oh, okay.
So, the except 50-50 and the pigeon cannot move of their own accord. They must be piloted by members of the audience. So grab an arm each. Pigeon, we need some pigeon pilots. Pigeon pilots as well. Manhandle the pigeon. Excellent, Shinji. Now, use your training.
Go for the face!
Shinji, do it. Yes. Don't let me down. Don't you dare eject, you fucker.
Straight into the floor.
Shinji, you are such a disappointment to me and the ghost of your mother. Shinji, eject your shit. That means you fall to the ground dramatically. Don't just take calls.
Destroy the robot.
Well, that failed utterly, didn't it, everyone? So now we take ourselves back to where our heroes are holed up. Sorry?
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I also got punched in the face. Sorry.
Our heroes are holed up in another mystery location. Where are our heroes holed up? Can we get the spinning disc of stuff back?
It's the same one.
Okay.
No, I mean, locations.
So, we return to the scene of our 3 heroes. The robot has failed. The Poundland truck has been destroyed by the vast pigeon, which is still running amok. Where are our heroes holed up? Can somebody click the magical wheel of destiny?
It's going for the jolly babies.
Can we do it again, please?
We had one more dogging, surely.
South Bins!
I knew we'd end up here someday. Well, my friends, it seems we have failed once again.
We must
Humanity
find...
cannot face such a dire threat as a giant pigeon when Poundland is threatened. Civilization is threatened.
Indeed. I will write something important about this in a local rag and then probably blame foreigners. That's how tabloids work, and also I'm sure they're in league with lizard people.
Where will I get my next
Yes, they
Implement
are.
of googly eyes to take to
They're
to
indeed.
Mike's Furcon and place everywhere.
Googly eyes.
Well, yes, without it, the deliveries are running out.
You
Fur is
can
everywhere.
insure against that. Yes, the googly eye insurance product is very affordable these days, as with giant pigeon attack insurance.
I think you are full of shit, my friend.
Does giant pigeon attack insurance work after the event?
Yes, it does. It does work
Really?
out the event.
Great. Either way, we need a plan.
I'm going to put my ice cream hat on again, so I look less like an egghead. Because I'm not a scientist, of course. I know nothing.
But we need a plan. And once again, we need audience input. We need a bag of possible solutions to beat the giant pigeon.
Indeed.
And we have a bag of options.
So, who wishes to be the first to select the solution to all our problems? Oh yes, you have hands. Very large hands.
Pick something from the box.
Examine the box, but do not remove the item yet. You see, my friends, I am not just a humble ice cream man who enjoys wearing a tail every weekend, going to an airport hotel to
No.
warm myself on strangers. No, I am something quite else. I am a scientist. I have worked for many years in the study of kaiju and enormous creatures because I have an erotic obsession with them.
Why didn't you tell us this sooner?
A pigeon has destroyed the city. You tell us to bring us things up now?
Well,
we
I-
thought you just out in tutti frutti.
I'm afraid it's true.
This rocky road is...
This is a dire moment, and I am ashamed of my fetish.
Tell us, what is it using this that you are able to determine? Can we beat this monster?
I have used all of my abilities, and I have come up with a single item which can save us all.
Spinner, have you determined what the monster's weakness is?
It is this fish.
Of course, from the holy
Hundreds of years of research, generations, my father before me was also obsessed with these creatures. And he managed to produce a fish. He managed to produce a fish which was capable of secreting a shrinking ooze when its cloaca was touched.
You believe this may be true, but I have researched many conspiracy theories, and I think the option is something else. I think the way we defeat this monster is using... Pick a thing. Very good. I think what we need is a bright red flying bomb. Nothing will defeat monsters faster than a bright red flying bomb with a grin on
A
it.
shrinking
bomb?
fish, secretion, or flying bomb? I don't think so.
I don't
think
trust your research, sir.
the
Where do you
real
find this?
thing is...
You worked in insurance. What do you think we can use?
I'm thinking.
You think we should use the occult?
Explain how this works.
All insurance is an occult, where we worship the weather gods to determine what weather we're going to have. Maybe this year it will be snow, maybe rain. Some years we like to have no weather.
You wish to pray to Baphomet, even though it is a
Baphomet.
very attractive goat.
Baphomet will preserve us in this hour of need against the mighty pigeon.
But you're a pathological liar. The Lord of Lies.
So,
This is no lie, this is the truth.
we would like to get from the audience, which of these three things will defeat
The giant
the terrible
pigeon.
pigeon?
Is it 1, the shrinking secretion fluid of the fish? Is it 2? Oh, sorry.
Okay, cheers for that. Come
Cheers
on.
for that.
the fish. Silent. Nothing. Flying pink
Okay,
bomb.
this is science.
Some for the bomb. And
Worshipping Earth.
very well. We shall defeat the monster using ungodly powers.
Very well. I call forth the goats in the audience to come and bring down death upon this. You too, sir. We need you. Come
Goat
forth,
summoning
my
is
goat
very
friend.
quick these days.
Well, go ahead, receive your response. Someone's
Come along, insurance man, do it.
And so, we will battle.
Party's out of the air.
Oh,
Stop doing that!
do it for your God!
Save us! Save humanity!
Save the ice cream!
And now we shall furthermore worship Baphomet. Because our pigeon friends.
And the day was saved.
Thanks to goats.
Thank you, goats. Totes goats.
Don't forget Satan.
And Baphomet.
And
Satan. Thank you, goats.
Right.
When in doubt, go goats.
And so, what did we learn from all this?
Goats.
One should never mess with the affairs of pigeons. How could a pigeon have grown so big except through Christianity? And only the devil can save you at the end of the day.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! is the
Hail
best.
Satan!
Oh, no. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
We hope you all have fun. We're at 5:30. We're at 5:30. Thank you.